I am now joined in studio by one of ATC's state-of-the-art lecturers, Dr. Hiro Nakauchi. Thank you so much for joining me today, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So your work has focused on the reconstitution of the blood lymphatic system and cross-species organogenesis. What implications do these findings have for our understanding of human health and the potential treatment of diseases?
As you know, there's always absolute lack of donor organs, not just solid organs, also, hematopoietic stem cells as well. And so, I've been trying to expand hematopoietic stem cells and also try to generate solid organs for transplantation. And it has been very difficult, but I try to introduce the idea of concept of organ niche, the space. And if we create a space during the embryogenesis of the animals, that might help forming a human organs from human stem cells. So the idea originally came from my hematopoietic stem cell studies, but now we're trying to use this idea concept for the generation of organs in vivo from the pluripotent stem cells.
So can you explain in simple terms the concept of organ niche and how it relates to your research on cross-species organogenesis?
Well, I think it's a relatively simple idea. If you make a chimera is a mixture of two different cells of different genetic origin. For example, if you mix embryo with pluripotent stem cells, and they form a chimera where all the cells, tissues, composed of both donor and host cells. This is just a regular chimera. The cells are everywhere from both species. Both species. But if I use a host embryo that has been genetically modified so that they can form a certain organ, like heart, only when we make a chimera by mixing these cells, only wild-type normal stem cells can form heart, but host cannot. So this way, we should be able to generate a heart composed of cells from introduced pluripotent stem cells.
So stem cell therapies hold great promise for regenerative medicine. Could you explain how your research is contributing to the development of effective stem cell therapies and what challenges still need to be overcome in this field?
I see. So regenerative medicine is still its early phase, so it may take some more years, some more time. But for example, if we can generate human organs in pigs, for example, we can use those organs for transplantation. So, we don't need to worry about looking for HLA-matched organs for transplantation. So this shortage of donor organs will be solved, I guess. And for example, for the hematopoietic stem cells, we recently found a way to expand in a test tube. So again, we don't need to worry about HLA matched donor bone marrow cells. So eventually, particularly with the use of induced pluripotent stem cells, we can generate patients' own organs and also hematopoietic stem cells. So we don't need to worry about immunological rejections. We don't need to take lifelong immunosuppressants. So it should be an ideal situation for transplantation medicine.
Wow, incredible. Yeah, it sounds like there's been a lot of challenges along the way, but it sounds like there's been a lot of success within the industry. So that is amazing to hear. Establishing new frontiers of stem cell therapy is an ambitious goal. What specific areas or aspects of stem cell research do you believe hold the greatest potential for clinical applications in the near future? And what challenges need to be overcome to make these applications a reality?
That's a tough question. Tough question. Well, as I said, this stem cell-based regenerative medicine is still it's in the early phase, and there are still many issues, challenges left. So, but eventually we should be able to provide cells, organs for transplantation. And probably this is not solid organs, but hematopoietic stem cells. Now we have a way to expand. So while in culture we can, edit the genes of those hematopoietic stem cells. So, for example, if we have a kid with congenital genetic disease, blood diseases, then we take those hematopoietic cells and we can genetically gene correct the defect and expand and put them back to the patients. So, everything should become autologous, I hope, so that we don't need to worry about immunological rejections and lifelong immunosuppressants. So that is what I envision, hope to happen in coming years.
Wow, very inspiring. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.